I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know for Richman, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men, the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the old beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay, so your banks are 5 rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, for people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men know for Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and then I don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men, know the rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Who is Oliver Anthony? Oliver Anthony is overnight success. Overnight success. Became famous because of all of you people put him on the charts of #1 on iTunes and all of them. He didn't want that. He's just a common man. He was even offered over $8 million contract just because of this song. $8 million contract. 6 different tour buses, a private jet, 5-piece band members, and just he didn't want it. He turned it down. He said he didn't want to lose control of who he really is. But who is really Oliver Anthony? Well, let's get into that, shall we?
His post read, "It's been difficult as I browse through the 50,000 plus messages and emails that I've received in the last week. The stories that have been shared paint a brutally honest picture. Addiction, unemployment, anxiety and depression, hopelessness, and the list goes on. I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit at the top of the iTunes charts. Draven from Radio WV and I filmed these tunes on my land with the hope that it may hit 300,000 views. I still don't quite believe what has went on since we uploaded that. It's just strange to me. People in the music industry give me blank stares when I brush off $8 million offers. I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. No editing, no agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot and his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. So that being said, I have never taken the time to tell you who I actually am. Here's a formal introduction. My legal name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford. My grandfather was Oliver Anthony, and Oliver Anthony music is a dedication not only to him, but 1930s Appalachia, where he was born and raised. Dirt floors, 7 kids, hard times. At this point, I'll gladly go by Oliver because everyone knows me as such, but my friends and family still call me Chris. You can decide for yourself. Either is fine. In 2010, I dropped out of high school at age 17. I have a GED from Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I worked multiple plant jobs in western North Carolina, my last being at the paper mill in McDowell County. I worked third shift 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour in a living hell. In 2013, I had a bad fall at work and fractured my skull. It forced me to move back home to Virginia. Due to complications from the injury, it took me 6 months or so before I could work again. From 2014 until just a few days ago, I've worked outside sales in the industrial manufacturing world. My job has taken me all over Virginia and into the Carolinas, getting to know tens of thousands of other blue-collar workers on job sites and in factories. I've spent all day, every day, for the last 10 years hearing the same story. People are so damn tired of being neglected, divided, and manipulated. In 2019, I paid $97,500 for the property and still owe about $60,000 on it. I am living in a 27-foot camper with a tarp on the roof that I got off of Craigslist for $750. There's nothing special about me. I'm not a good musician. I'm not a very good person. I've spent the last 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown it. I'm sad to see the world in the state that it's in, with everyone fighting with each other. I've spent many nights feeling hopeless that the greatest country on earth is quickly fading away. That being said, I hate the way the internet has divided all of us. The internet is a parasite that infects the minds of humans and has their way with them. Hours wasted, goals forgotten, loved ones sitting in houses with each other, distracted all day by technology made by the hands of other poor souls in sweatshops in a foreign land. When is enough enough? When are we going to fight for what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you. Just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have let false idols distract us and divide us. It's a damn shame. And as you can see here, Chris also shared this photo right here with the post.
So that's a true Appalachian man, God-loving, God-fearing man. He actually can speak from his actual truth, his actual heart, his actual growing up that way, keeping that tradition alive that was passed down from generation to generation. I really think he's true in what he's saying within his music, and I think a lot of people have been distorting that, especially people on the GOP, the Republican GOP, just did their first Republican debate, and during the Republican debate, right off the very beginning, they opened up with Anthony Oliver's song, and he's not very happy with it. I wouldn't be either. Truthfully, I would sue, but he's just the type of man that he's like, I'll set him straight and then just leave it be. He doesn't want an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth. He's just a simple man living humble life. And, you know, right now he's doing some tours that are starting to kick off around the world. And I'll be bringing that tour list up to you here pretty soon. There's nothing in Colorado, which I'm going to try to work on that and see if we can get him here to Colorado, some venue, hopefully in Cresto. Wouldn't that be nice? But here's the GOP debate here when they first bring it up, and Ron DeSantis replies back on it, and then they bring up a second one on the same song. So, a second question on the same song. So here you go.
Tonight, the #1 song on the Billboard chart is called Richman, North of Richmond. It is by a singer from Farmville, Virginia, named Oliver Anthony. His lyrics speak of alienation, of deep frustration with the state of government and of this country. Washington, D.C. is about 100 miles north of Richmond.
There's Richmond, north of Richmond, Lord knows it all, 'cause wanna have total control, wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, of the rich men.
So, Governor DeSantis.
No, hold on. This guy is actually telling all these people up on stage when the song was actually written for those people. This are the people that he's talking about. And now they're aware of this guy, and now they're going to start picking on some more of our rights, freedom of speech here, and what can go in and what can go out. I mean, back in the Vietnam War, we had tons of political songs against war, and this one here just struck nerve against everybody. You heard the audience right there at the very beginning. They went absolutely crazy. And then it went into Joe Biden a little bit later, and they all booed Joe Biden about his economics, Bidenomics. So here we go. Let's finish this up here real quick.
Why is this song striking such a nerve in this country right now? What do you think it means?
Our country is in decline. This decline is not inevitable. It's a choice. We need to send Joe Biden back to his basement and reverse American decline. And it starts with understanding we must reverse Bidenomics so that middle-class families have a chance to succeed again. We cannot succeed as a country if you are working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home, while Hunter Biden can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on lousy paintings. That is wrong. We also cannot succeed when the Congress spends trillions and trillions of dollars. Those rich men north of Richmond have put us in this situation. And finally, we need to lower your gas prices. We're going to open up all energy production. We will be energy dominant again in this country. I showed it could be done in the state of Florida. I pledge to you as your president, we will get the job done, and I will not let you down.
Tim Scott.
You got to get foreign countries off of our soil and out of our business. That's if I was president, that's what I would probably also say as well, right there. But DeSantis there, he's just a scapegoat. Is somebody to draw other votes off of Trump. I'm not really a Trump fan, but you know, I do like the guy for what he did because it's better than what Biden's done. His track record's a lot better. These guys up here, the track record's not good, especially Swami. I think he's another one just trying to lead sheep off to the slaughter so we can just stay Democrat. Yeah, here we go. Here's a second one they brought up about the song Richmond, North of Richmond.
Senator Scott, excuse me. The song also goes after welfare programs. As a senator, now President Biden argued for freezing federal spending. This was back in the 80s. And
So goes after welfare spending. Where did that song go after? It's bringing awareness to what they're doing to us. They just totally manipulated every single thing that he is trying to put out there. They have no right, and if it was me, I'd sue the living crap out of them for doing this.
dealing with sacred cows. He does not talk about that anymore.
It's funny seeing it at the presidential debate.
Let's listen to Oliver Anthony's words about how he feels about the presidential debate, shall we?
Because it's like, I wrote that song about those people, you know? So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up. The one thing that has bothered me is seeing people wrap politics up into this. I'm disappointed to see, like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing certain musicians and politicians act like we're buddies and act like we're fighting the same struggle here, like that we're trying to present the same message. You know, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I've tried to be polite to everybody. And I've talked to hundreds of people the last 2 weeks. It seems like certain people want to just ride the attention of the song to maybe make them their own selves relevant, and that's aggravating as hell. The other thing that I find aggravating is, well, you know, like, it was funny seeing my song in the. It was funny seeing it at the presidential debate, because it's like I wrote that song about those people, you know. So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up. But it was funny kind of seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, you know? It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden. That song is written about the people on that stage, and a lot more too, not just them, but definitely them. It's cool seeing some of my other music come out, because people are, I guess, starting to appreciate and understand what it is I'm really trying to say. It's hard to get a message out about your political ideology or your belief about the world in 3 minutes and some change. But I do hate to see that song being weaponized. Like, I see the right trying to characterize me as one of their own, and I see the left trying to discredit me, I guess in retaliation. That shit's got to stop. If you watch the response videos on YouTube to the song, it's not conservative people responding to the song. It's not even necessarily Americans responding to the song. I don't know that I've seen anything get such positive response from such a diverse group of people. And I think that terrifies the people that I sing about in that song. And they've done everything they can the last 2 weeks to make me look like a fool, to spin my words, to try to stick me in a political bucket. And they can keep trying, but I'm just going to keep on writing. And I've got a lot of words to put down on paper, and I've got a lot of songs to put to chords, and I don't know what my music career is going to look like. I don't know how many shows I'm going to do and how many tours I'm going to put on, but I am going to stay true to my word. I'm going to write, produce, and distribute authentic music that represents people and not politics. I do feel compelled to address something. Since I have addressed the conservatives, I do need to address the left as well, because they're sending a message out that initial song that sort of shot me up the radar, Richman, North of Richmond, is an attack against the poor. If you listen to my other music, it's obvious that all of my songs that reference class defend the poor. Doggone, it's a good example of that. Needles in the street, folks hardly surviving on sidewalks next to highways full of cars self-driving. The poor keep hurting and the rich keep thriving. It's like, that's what I like to sing about. And, you know, the English language is interpretive, and so I do understand, like, there may be some people who misunderstood my words in Richman, North of Richmond. But I've got to be clear that my message, like with any of my songs, it references the inefficiencies of the government because of the politicians within it that are engulfed in bribes and extortion. And, you know, the words say that there's people on the street with nothing to eat and the obese milking welfare. That references a news article I read earlier this summer that adolescent kids in Richmond are missing meals over the summer because their parents can't afford to feed them and they're not in school to eat cafeteria lunch. And meanwhile, I think like 30 or 40% of the food bought with welfare or EBT money is is in a classification of like snack food and soda. I think 10% spent on soda, and I want to say like 20 or 30% spent on junk food. And that's not the fault of those people. Welfare only makes up a small percentage of our budget. You know, we can fuel a proxy war in a foreign land, but we can't take care of our own. That's all the song's trying to say. It's just saying that the government takes people who are needy dependent and makes them needy independent. And at some point I will dissect all my lyrics of all my songs, if that's what I need to do. I mean, 30-some million people understood what I was saying, but it only takes a few to try to derail the train, you know, to try to send out false narratives. And I'm sure there'll be more of that to come. It's like, it's driving people crazy to see the unity that's come from this, from all walks. This isn't a Republican and Democrat thing. This isn't even a United States thing. Like, this has been a global response. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Go on YouTube and watch all the response videos, you know? And don't shoot the messenger. Like, I'm a nobody. It's my belief that divine intervention has put me in this position at this point in time to get a message across, and that's all there is to it. Like, I'm nobody special. You know, I feel terrible almost that I've been put in this place, because there are a lot of artists and musicians out there that are far more talented, that have put in way more hours than me. Like, I don't deserve to sit in the top 5 places on the iTunes charts. And the truth is, I really could give a shit less about the iTunes charts. What I care about is connecting with people. What I care about is I don't know what this country is going to look like in 10 or 20 years if things don't change. I don't know what this world's going to look like. And, like, something has to be done about it, you know? There's been too many people die. There's been too many people sacrifice everything they've had. People die before they're even 18, you know? Just for us to all sit here and just do the stupid shit it is that we do every day that keeps us all beat down and divided. Like, that's what I want to see stop. And I'm going to do everything I can to influence that at all costs, even if it does throw my world upside down. It's well worth it. But for now, I'm hanging in there, and I'm doing what I can. And I really appreciate everybody who's along for the ride. So there's a lot more to come, and I'm excited for it. And I'll see you on the next one.
Relatives, you can hear it in his heart right there at the end. Sort of brings tears to your eyes. You can hear the passion, the truth within him when he speaks. Just like in his music, he can actually get his words out through his music and touch over 30 million people that made him #1 out there. And he's still #1. And they call him a one-hit wonder, but he's not. If you listen to all of his music, they're all extremely good. I recommend you guys go look up Oliver Anthony. And if you guys plan on buying tickets and stuff like that, go to his website. And his Facebook, YouTube sites all have his main link. Go to his site, because there is some scams going on his tickets, and they're only about $25 and up. He's not making a lot of money. He doesn't really want that, relatives. He's a true man. And this is where he's going moving forward video here. And just to let you all know, you know, more about Oliver Anthony, because he did strike a big chord in everybody's heart.
This song is not something that it's not like it's some masterpiece I've created. It's the masterpiece and the emotions of the song, it already exists within you. Sometimes it just takes the right song coming along to let those out. But my question to you is, when Oliver Anthony's long gone and forgotten about, what can you do in your own life to maintain this energy, this positivity, this unity that I see among people like I've never seen before. What are the next steps to make life better for people? What can you do for your neighbor? There used to be such a strong sense of community in this country. And you still see it a lot in small town America, but even there it's dying out. Things just change too quickly these days, you know? But humans have the ability to possess such overwhelming compassion. And it seems like we've really let ourselves focus too much on hate. I mean, humans can manifest wicked amounts of hate. We've seen it all throughout world history. Even in the last 150, 200 years. I mean, just some of the atrocities, the genocides, the war. We live in an era where we have everything. You know, there were wars fought over spices. Like, people died over spices. And now we can sit on the couch and we can order whatever spice we want from the comfort of our phone and the air conditioning. But we still want to fight. We still want to hate each other. We want to find reasons to hate each other. And I'm no Dr. Phil, but I just feel that in this moment in time, when so many people are feeling the same frustrations, it would be wonderful to capitalize on that and just use that positive energy to help other people in your life, maybe people that are different than you, people that you wouldn't normally connect with. I can tell you from my experience in the jobs I've had and all the people I've talked to, everyone has a really interesting story if you just give them the time to talk. And it's easy to walk down the sidewalk by somebody and look down at the ground, look at your phone. But that really is a big part of the problem. We're also disconnected from each other. We need to find a way to take this energy from this anomaly of a song, from this stupid guy that, I mean, look, I appreciate the compliments, but I'm not a good musician. I hardly know my way around the guitar. My singing's okay. That's not what made this. It's you and the struggles in your life.
In 2 miles,
that's what's made this
take the
what it is.
interchange on the right.
Find a way to start fixing those problems. Find a way to start having good conversations with people that live around you. That's all I want out of this.
Relatives, he's not dumb. He knows how to play a guitar. He knows how to sing. He knows how to speak. He speaks very well, and he puts it through his talk, through his music, through his writing, his text. You can see that he's a true, honest young man. So here's Oliver Anthony's Out of the Woods tour here. Like I said, there is no Colorado, but he is over the UK right now, and he's been going Tennessee, Florida, Texas, just name a few here, Georgia. You know, if you guys can go see him, support him, that'd be great. I would. But yeah, I would really love to have him here with us at Crestone, at the Crestone Energy Fair, or one of the other venues that we have throughout the years. But here, I'll leave you this one here, this next song here with you.
If it wasn't for my old dogs and the good Lord,
Oliver
they'd
Anthony.
have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more. And I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home. Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete blowing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say. I wanna go home. If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, well, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
Isn't that the truth, relatives? The man is above and beyond talented. I would go see him if I could afford to leave out of Colorado because he's not being played here.
They called me a
Here he is, one-hit wonder.
A flash in the pan, better sign on the line while you still can. We'll give you 4 tour buses and a 5-piece band. They'll be shouting your name all over the land, but that ain't me. It ain't what I am. I'm just the son of a free living man. And I still got a roof up over my head, a good-hearted woman lying in my bed. Some damn good fellas, they called me a friend. That old double barrel that my granddad did. And if it's the Lord's will, then I will. But if it ain't...
I don't know about you, but I like musicians that are independent instead of having that record deal. You can actually tell that they're true souls, and they don't want to lose that part within them that got him to this point in his life. He didn't ask for this, relatives, but his music touched everybody. And till next time, I'm Jeff Winsett. You stay safe out there.